Hello, everybody.
Hi there. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here and supporting our music and band.
Sorry. We do have a roll call to this. Forgive me, I'm new to this, but thank you for celebrating the 2 years of hard work that has gone into making this album that you're going to hear tonight.
Yeah. Tonight's going to be spent talking about how the songs on This Is Temporary came to be, and we're going to listen to all of them with y'all right before they come out.
Yes. Feel free to chat. The chat is always cool. And know that tonight's stream is PG-13. There are some songs that have some swearsies in it.
A little bit of swearsies, yes.
A little bit of swearsies.
And make sure before we get started that you guys share this with your friends everywhere. You can copy the link or you can send it via Instagram DMs.
Yeah, Instagram
Tell your
DMs,
friends.
yeah. Or Snapchat DMs. It'll send them a link right in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to take a moment to do that right now.
Yeah, everyone take a moment to do that.
Everybody.
Just quickly share with everything.
Absolutely.
I definitely, if you're on YouTube, like this video, and that one's actually kind of easier to share with people if you want little tips and tricks. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow or subscribe on whichever platform you're on. And I'm super excited for this.
Yes.
So yeah.
Same. I'm very excited for this. Yeah, so you guys, as Jack said, are going to be hearing all of the songs pretty much in kind of succession, and we're going to talk about them, give you the rundown on each of them.
Yeah.
So, all right.
One thing I'm sure about is whether we should talk about the songs before we hear them or after.
I think before.
We should
Before.
probably
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give them the space. Give them the stage. All right.
All right, should we get the show on the road?
Yeah, so the first one that we have is Lies by Omission.
Yes.
The drumming on this track was done by our friend Gray Janowski, who was originally in Standoff. If you watched our previous Live at Fives, you might have caught the interview that we did with him for the song. And it is really fun. This one, I would say, has one of the higher energy levels out of the whole idea. And this song in particular is kind of angry and has a really big kind of just emotional dump of kind of angry feelings, like a little bit of betrayal in there. So yeah, this was one of the songs where I was actually surprised that we kind of had it all planned out beforehand. Usually we like to do our own parts and write it, but I actually ended up coming in with a thing, and so this is one of my babies.
Yeah. But, he wrote the main frame for this song, and it was really good. And we all just really embraced it. I super like it and the message that it says and everything, and it's an honor to sing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm checking the audio sync. Somebody said it was at. So I was like, no, yeah, this is one of the tracks on This Is Temporary that I've been one of the more excited ones about. It's one of the more, like you said, rock, angry, a little more emo. It's very different from what you might have heard from Tremble. This whole album, I'm gonna say a lot of like the same things about like looking forward to this songs. Not because the songs are too similar, but because I'm excited about them for the same reasons.
Yeah.
Did somebody say 2021 needed emo?
Yeah,
Did somebody say
It does.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So yeah, and this is one I loved when we were working this out in the shed room when you were learning this one.
Yeah.
Just recently. It's funny because how energetic Gray is kind of carries over into the drum part, and some of it I think you assumed a part was way harder than it actually was because you thought he was doing a really difficult part.
Yeah, I did for sure. Well, you know what? If it was difficult, and it is difficult to play. These aren't bad drummers. These are great drummers. So
yeah.
No, it's some big shoes to fill for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
And go ahead.
I did want to do a disclaimer just before we do the videos. I was supposed to do this before, but I just want to let you know. There's an epilepsy warning. If you have severe epilepsy, probably refrain from watching it or have someone watch it before and then go back and watch it if it's all in the clear.
As far as I'm aware, it's mild stuff, but if you are very sensitive to it, it's something to worry about. So
if you heed the ones that you get on video games, you should heed this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and this song in particular, the story kind of behind it is one of those ones. It feels really weird writing about something in your own personal life, especially with people you still have a relationship with and are still in contact with. So I kind of shot myself in the foot by writing about it, but at the same time, Sadie's singing it, so
It's true.
there's like
It's
a degree of
actually my
separation.
song, no.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what? No, it wasn't me.
Backstabbers.
I didn't write that
Misdirection.
song. What are you talking about? Oh.
It's not lying, it's misdirection.
Yeah, there we go. Well, you know, that's
I didn't lie to
technically a
you. I
lie
just
by
didn't
omission.
say something.
Interesting how that ties in, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also a big fan of titles that mean something in the story but aren't explicitly said in the song.
Yeah, I
So,
do like that.
Yeah, in fact, both of the babies that I've kind of come with lyrics to, all three of the ones that I've come with lyrics to at all, have that quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see someone try to fit lies by omission throughout the entire thing, instead of the lyrics there. I want them to
Oh
just
no,
sing
it's just
lies
space
by
out the
omission.
syllables.
Yeah.
Lies by omission, lies omission.
lies.
Yeah. So yeah, this song's kind of about to get actually into the meat of it. It's about being with somebody or having a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it was basically having that relationship with somebody and overthinking constantly about a lot of the details of the relationship, and them not doing so. Them being a more of like a kind of go with the flow person, and the overthinker just basically being like, why aren't you having the same mental like kind of worries that I am?
Connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like that literal translation of it, and I've always kind of interpreted it in a similar way, but a little more broad. It's just kind of like being in a situation where you care about something so much and don't understand how someone else in this situation could not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone else.
Absolutely.
So.
Are we thinking we want to get this started?
I think we
Yeah.
want to get into it.
All right,
Started.
Show 'em.
let's do it.
This is
This
live
is
by
Live by
Mission.
Mission.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
I never meant to tell a lie. I've said I'm sorry, but only ever in my mind. Couldn't stand between us, but you never seemed to notice. I've watched moment after moment, standing paralyzed, time after time.
Woo!
Hey.
So yeah, Lies by Omission.
Yeah,
That was
what'd you
Lies by Omission. Yeah, so tell us what you think in the comments. I know we saw all of your comments go up to you guys while the videos are happening. This next one is called The Boy Who Cried Suicide. You've seen it on the back of the t-shirts. You've been excited for it. I know you have. So yes, I will trigger warning this. It says the commit die word a couple of times, and it has some themes in it that are kind of So, anyways, this is one of my favorite songs on the album. Brought to the band by me, actually. I wrote the lyrics and the melody and everything, and we all banded together to make it, and it was really good. And I really love how the boys embraced this, and I love all the parts that everyone added to it, and it's definitely, like I said, one of my favorite songs on the album, for sure.
I think this is going to be the winner.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Could be the winner. Yeah.
It's definitely. I agree. There's like a few candidates on there, but that's in my top. That's in my top. I love it. I love all the songs though. I was listening to the whole album track list in order, and I was just dying.
I was
love
listening
it.
to him every when I was doing my makeup. I was like, famous people.
Yeah. And The Boy Who Cried is such an interesting perspective too. The way the point of view that you have on the situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. To go a little bit more in depth about it, it would be. I wrote this actually at like 3 a.m. And I was having a conversation with someone, and they were saying some worrying things, and then they stopped texting me, and I obviously had a freaking out moment, and was messaging them about it, and then they texted me something like 8 hours later, and they were like, "I'm here," and I was like, cool. That's awesome. That's really great for you. And yeah, so I mean, be grateful that your friends are alive and well and with you. But it's okay to be mad about something like that if it worries you, and you're worried for your friends' well-being and everything. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And this song kind of went through a few iterations too. We tried to write it a couple times.
This had a previous life as it sounded like the Black Parade.
It was a rock
at one
anthem.
point.
Oh, yeah. It was just so powerful. We may or may not possibly absolutely use it for another song, so look forward to that. Don't know if you'll know which one it is, but yes, we will be reusing that.
Oh, and I do want to interject here and make the point that because our stream kind of went down on YouTube yesterday, we want to make the point that if it does go down today, we are devastated.
First of all, yeah.
First of all, yeah. But we will have the videos up of the rest of them that you didn't get to see as soon as possible.
Yes.
And yeah, then we'll just kind of end the night there. And then the album will be out at 9 p.m. PST, so you guys can listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music or Spotify
or Spotify. Don't forget
yes,
about Spotify.
that's true. I almost forgot that one. Yeah. Yeah. So, The Boy Who Cried. Do
you
we
guys
want
have
to?
anything else to say about it? Your thoughts on it?
No. Just let
just
him,
want you guys
let
to
him
hear
hear.
I forgot I had those on. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Well,
So
thanks for the follow.
subscribe.
Cool bebop.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. So without further ado, here's The Boy Who Cried Suicide.
I'm in the dark, behind the curtain, my heart won't stop, and now I'm certain that I know how this script unfolds. The good guy wins, the bad guy gets caught, girl goes with him, that's what we're taught, but I know the darkness comes back again. Farther down the road we gain, our friends, they'll be here. Stay with us till the end, isn't that the story said would happen? Truth comes out, we're broken inside. Reading lines is not freedom tide. What's the potion the witch gives to me to feel better? Wolf, wolf, what a mess you brought me to the edge. I
How about that one?
Honestly, seeing your guys' comments in there just lifted my spirits. Okay. Also, I forgot to mention that Daniel does play drums on that. Sorry.
Yes. The glorious Daniel Sherman. We will talk about him
Glorious Daniel
again.
Sherman.
Don't
Yes.
worry.
Yes. He's coming up again.
He's coming up.
So this next song is called 3 Day High. And it's spelled funky.
Some of you have listened to this already.
Some of you have listened to this already. If you are a patron, you got the pre-release for this. That was on SoundCloud. So now everyone else gets to listen to it too.
Yes.
And if you aren't a patron, I'm just going to do a little advertising here. It's only $5 a month, so.
Boom.
Anyways, yes, so 3 Day High. This song is about... this one's a tough one. Yeah, so this one is about that person in your life who was friends with you for a while because they got something out of it.
Right. It's getting used.
And then they gave you away. So this is it's an angry song again, but it's
Betrayal.
Straight up.
No, not the promise. I need that.
I know you're like blood everywhere. I'm just imagining spewing.
Never trust your friends.
Never trust your friends.
So it's like an
Never trust
angry.
that new shady drummer we got off.
I know,
right?
It's like an angry last Christmas.
Yes, an angry
Yeah.
last Christmas. It's definitely angry, but it's chill.
Yes.
It's really like the groove of the song is I love it so much, and it's definitely the lyrics are, I mean, not to pat myself on the back, but the lyrics are really powerful and how they impact the whole song. And
Yeah. No.
Self-praise
thank
is
you,
no
thank
honor.
you, thank you. More Pat's praise. But yeah, and it's very and it's written at a weird funky time. So
Yes.
it's cool.
Yes. This was when we thought we were gonna be Rush, pop punk Rush.
Oh my god, yes. We're like, oh, let's do.
Last-
Wait a minute, where's the stream?
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah, we were like totally dropping beats and measures everywhere. So
Yeah,
I'm also gonna keep talking it just in case.
Oh, yeah,
technical issues
absolutely.
go. Yeah.
So
what-
it's definitely awesome.
Yes, one thing I really wanted to point out, especially that I noticed, this is the ending of the album. So it's kind of funny as like a sarcastically bitter, like thank you for listening.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you use
Like,
this to get your enjoyment.
Thanks you 3 Day High, jerkwad.
Yeah. Thanks
but
for
we love
listening.
you. We love you, and yes, thank you for listening. Actually, like, period. That.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited to show you guys some more things. I'm sorry that Twitch hates you guys right now, and hopefully that it'll get back on board. I know the YouTube stream just crashed, so we will try to continue as if nothing bad is happening.
Yeah, I'm like, it's,
So,
YouTube gave up.
YouTube gave up?
Yeah,
up.
Twitch
Alright.
seems to be fine, but YouTube gave up.
Good.
So
We're
if
gonna
you're
make a
on
song
Twitch,
about YouTube betrayal.
Yes, exactly. Next album.
This-
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I want you to write 20 pages, and we'll whittle it down
Yeah.
on my desk by Monday.
Murderous
Yes.
drivel.
Yes.
You may
Yes,
or may
exactly.
not have to watch the Guitar Center ad again, Ren. So hold on to your horses.
I'm sorry.
This is 3 Day High.
I read the words, but they don't make sense. I see the lines, but they don't add up. I raise the flag, but the blood still pours. Yeah, the war still has me on all fours. You gave me your word, but I don't see a promise. You drew guidelines, but you're just a preacher. You saw my flag in the purest white, but you couldn't resist the fight. Got your 3-day high. Dry your tears, don't cry. Got your 3-day high. Dry your tears, don't cry. Do what it takes, do what it takes. Do what it takes, do what it takes, do what it takes. To get your 3-day high. Tell me, is this my fault or is it yours? I'd read it all
though. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I love that ending.
Oh my
10 out
gosh.
of 10.
So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of a fade out.
That is the opposite.
Yeah.
of fade
It's
out.
like, it's like end.
Absolutely. What's the next song we got?
Well, it's Untitled 1.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it's worth mentioning as well that Jack and Momager, Leah, and Leah,
No, it's Leah.
Leah.
No,
Leah.
it's not.
has stayed up all night making these videos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite something. How many videos, Jack?
There's 11 videos.
11 videos in a 24-hour period.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from the film world, and that's pretty extreme. So, yeah.
He's
good
like,
job.
damn, okay.
Yes.
Very excited
absolutely.
to hear what everybody thinks about it. So
Well
thank you. And thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Very well done, guys. Yes. So yeah, Untitled 1. Gosh, this is one of those like conglomeration ones,
This
as
is
far as I'm
one-
aware.
Yeah, this is one of the conglomeration ones. I came up with the lyrics, and it's like a, it's an angry everything. I'm channeling Bo Burnham. It's an angry everything song. It's definitely like, I had to work for where I am right now. And actually, you saying that about Jack and Momager having to stay up late,
Yeah.
like doing all the videos and everything is kind of the perfect example,
Yeah.
because we're working like 24/7 to get these songs out and everything, and it's talking about someone who's not working half as much but getting twice as much as we are.
Mm-hmm.
So you say we're talking about privilege?
So basically, we're talking about privilege. But basically, this is another angry song. Surprise. But it's also got little Easter eggs of my life in it,
Yes.
more specifically. So there's a couple things, and even of some of my friends' life, like my sister's life is echoed in this song actually.
Wow.
Yeah. And so there's just little tidbits and stuff, and I could dissect this for like an hour, so I won't talk your ear off. But it's definitely, and I love all the instrumentation and how my lyrics fit with the guitars and the drums that Mark Duncanson did.
Yes, Mark.
Yes.
Woo!
Shout out to Mark. I do remember that was a big thing he was talking about, is there are moments in here where the guitar, the vocals, and the drums are just right there.
Sync.
Just totally
Oh, yeah.
together. And it's some of my favorite things, because we have this energy that goes from like high energy to somewhat subdued, and then you have and it just grooves the whole time. And then you have these moments of synchronicity that just
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say one more thing about it. Oh yes, 3 Day High. The person who drummed that was actually two people. It was John and Jack.
Yes.
So
Jack did the majority of the actual performance. I had like a submission, and then he took like a bits and pieces from there, and we somewhat collaborated. But it was mainly his drumming.
the 3 Day drumming. Oh
it
yes.
was like, yeah, but I
And
do
Rue
it
gets
live.
it. Yes, Rue does it live.
Piggy in the middle here.
But yeah.
It's a drum sandwich.
It's a drum sandwich. There you go.
All right,
Yeah.
you want to roll us in, Rue?
Yeah, this is Untitled 1.
It's personal, cause you brought all our friends in. Don't look in my journal to find another line. Yeah, it's no longer hidden. We lost your way to London. Just go with the punches, cause you know I'm king all over. Got cut down from the crib, I'm from my way. Yeah, had to find simpler ways. I'm not a sellout. Come on up, you wanna play? Well, it's the fallout. We've got hell to pay now.
everybody.
That's my favorite solo. That's probably my favorite solo on the album.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Feels nice.
That one hits.
It's definitely one of those songs that over like the past year, during the live at Fives, we've been like, okay, what's a song that we can play this week? Something we could share with them. And it's like, well, let's do Untitled What? It's like, no, it's not out yet. We can't.
Seriously, we keep going like, oh, we should do that song. Wait.
Yeah, that song's just like, oh god, I love that one. That one's cool. What do we got next?
Our next song is Misére du Amour.
Woo!
Which, if you've been following our channel for a while, or our band, I mean both, you might have heard this song already. We did this one as a quarantine session when we started them. I can't remember which episode it was, but it was one of the earlier ones.
Pretty sure it was 9. They definitely know what it is. So whichever quarantine session it was, post in the comments.
Ooh. And we got Mr. Zach Demo on drums for this one.
Yes.
I've known that dude since high school.
Yeah.
Dang.
Right.
I remember they were one of the bands that was like playing shows as well, and like playing shows and playing gigs, and like even if like they weren't like big old like fair stages and stadiums, it was still like super cool to see somebody who was in like a band and was like super, into it.
It was Snakehead in high school too, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's still Snakehead.
It was definitely...
Snakehead.
Snakehead, yeah.
Absolutely. No, that is 100%
That is 100% their energy.
Right.
too.
That is absolutely it. And that's like when we were talking about doing this collaborative project, I was like, who would I have for this song? Oh,
Yeah.
I know the guy.
I don't know Zach Demo, but you have to admit that's a famous sounding name.
Yes,
It
it
really
is.
is. Can
Dude,
we
I
just
met
talk
Zach
about
Demo the
that?
other
He's
day.
in
Yeah.
like
Zach
2.
Demo.
I think
slept
he's in
with
2 or
Zach
3.
Demo.
Oh my god.
Snakehead.
I'm pretty sure Zach is in 3 bands right now. One of them is Crypt, the other one is Snakehead, and I can't remember the last one.
Yeah, I don't.
Either he's in
Mysterious
3
third
or
one.
2, and I can never remember. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Zach.
What? Well, he's sponsored by
Collision.
Drums.
Collision.
Yes,
That was
so,
it.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
And
actually,
go ahead.
I just wanted to say this is one of the things. This is one of the songs that actually Jack brought to the table. He wrote a lot, if not all of the parts of this song. I mean, I embellished the lyrics, and then John added his flavor.
Yeah.
and
I'm like, we all definitely worked together on it, but this was definitely one of the ones that I was really happy to be like, we need a song that sounds like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
definitely directed most of it.
I went through the hero's journey learning this chorus part.
It was.
I don't know if you remember that. Like, what was that? 2 years ago, almost. Like, it was one of the first songs we started.
This song
out
was
of Tremble.
This song was actually written during the production of Tremble.
Yeah,
This song is
2019.
old.
Yeah.
Old. Yeah, and so he was like dictating the melody part, like just singing it, and just from his head. And I am his personal synth.
Yes.
His personal guitar synth.
Well,
so.
And that's why I forgive you for Lies by Omission.
Yeah, for making
Yes,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
why.
We both traded off. I
Yes.
made you learn a hard bass part. You made me learn a hard freaking guitar part.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so the lyrics in particular on this song.
Yes, the lyrics in particular. This song is I'm channeling Bo Burnham again. So the title means misery of love, and it's half in French. And there's actually, again, Easter eggs. I love my Easter eggs. But there's a part where it says, "Call me misery and bury me alive," which is a play off of Stephen King's Misery. Yes, and yeah, I love that one. It's so good. Yeah, so it's just talking about how someone or me in this situation is falling in love with just this person that doesn't treat them right at all, and it's just but you can't stop loving them because they're the one that gives you the attention and the love that you think it is, and it's and either you're with them or you're pining after them and they aren't giving you the time of day. It can really be taken in several different ways.
And then they betray you.
And then betrayal again.
Oh my god, shady drummer, what I tell you guys. Oh my god. But anywho's.
Yeah, I also love the reoccurring theme of drowning in water. It's very like it puts you in this metaphor of like helplessness, like complete helplessness against a force that you can't control.
I want you guys to purposefully listen to the first line too.
I was gonna say that's just a fun thing to me because the first line, it like almost contradicts that feeling while reinforcing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it calls back to that metaphor over and over again in the chorus. And I don't know if there's any other parts in it that it does, but it's the whole around the whole idea. So it references
Drowning.
the idea, but that specific analogy of
Talking
drowning
about
is,
drowning and stuff.
is
Water is
referenced a couple
rough.
times. Water's rough. Yeah.
Water's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Without further ado, this is Misére du Amour. Bro, I'm tired.
We know you've heard that before, and that was Quarantine Session 9. I was confirmed in this chat. But, yes. Wasn't it awesome?
That one's... I love that.
And it was, like, fully produced and everything. You could hear, like, all the little additions and everything and stuff.
It's so dark. Like,
so dark.
Minor.
It's all minor and dark and proggy.
Yeah.
It's all
There are two songs in particular that I love that are super dark in this album. And I don't want to give away the second one.
Okay.
But the first one is definitely Misére.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next song we're going to be debuting is Famous People.
Woo!
This is another song that I brought to the band.
Mm-hmm.
And we all worked on it together, and it was a great time. Good writing sessions all around.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple like rewrites of things and whatnot. But when don't you when you're writing a new song? So Famous People is one of my faves. I definitely this has a lot of different themes in it, and it can be taken like a lot of our songs, and if not all of them, it can be taken in a ton of different ways. But it's really it tells the story pretty clearly in the lyrics, and I don't want to give away too much, but if you guys do have questions about it, I would be happy to answer them some other time, or anything.
I like that this song kind of is multiple perspectives.
Yes.
Like, on the one hand, you have this person who's talking about this situation that they're observing in a hopeless light, but they're also observing the situation in a, that's ridiculous, I'm better than that kind of light.
Yeah. No, and this is fun. This song is really fun to try to explain. I hope I've explained it to like 2 people what I believe the message is, and I hope it was clear. That's my interpretation of it, and I'm like still unsure like on some of the stuff, which is why I asked you to send me the lyrics just recently.
No, definitely. I remember you asking me about that, and you were like, "Oh man, these lyrics are so good," and I was like, "Oh, thank you."
By far one of the catchiest, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this is gonna be, for album wise, it's either gonna be "Boy Cries Suicide," sorry about the trigger, and the "Unfamous People." I think it's gonna be jostling for number 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Famous People, and again, Easter eggs. I mean, come on. The first verse is like it has happened. It's stop it. It was me in high school. So putting yourself in my shoes for a second, just listening to this song.
Yeah, and here's one thing that I want to bring up. A long time ago, we had a conversation about how do you think? Do you think in words? Do you think in pictures, kind of thing? And you said you think in concepts. And I see that most clearly in reading the lyrics to this song. Because I see, like, you're using a lot of different language to describe a scene. And I can see the scene plotted out in how the mental flow looks through all the different lyrics.
Yeah.
It's so...
It's like, it's accompanied by both. Yeah, it's definitely... Yeah, and that was the best way to describe it. And I think you actually picked out that word, which is why I looked kind of confused at first, because, like, after someone says something like that, I'm like, did I say that? Oh, yeah, I guess I was. But, yeah, no, definitely, I love this song. It's very emotion.
I would say that even looking at it being mixed in the studio, I think you think in terms of story structure, actually. Just from my perspective, it looks literally like a script. It has the same beats as a script, as a 3/4 moment that you'd see in a film, and it has the finale, and it has like the drop, and then it looks like a story structure laid out, traditional story structure. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
Every song is an adventure.
My head is so huge right now.
Prodigy.
Prodigy. Your infamy.
Aww.
Priceless melody. So anyways.
This is another one of those songs that you guys have not heard yet.
Yes. So this is Famous People.
Hey! Hey, Sad! Hey!
Huh? Sorry, what?
Where's Rue's famous shirt?
Right here. Here.
Thank you. What, are you wearing that?
No.
Because we're on in 5 minutes.
I know.
Alright.
What's the deal with these lights? Why do they get so bright? Tenacious on the set of flights that put you in straight for a light fright. Plug in your headphones, drown out the sound. Yell to the same tones but never aloud. Oh no, you got caught. Oh no, you're distraught. Prodigy or infamy, priceless melody. Bubbles in your stomach, head for center stage. Everly in your memory, put and soon everyone will remember.
All right, are you ready?
I think I have an idea.
Seeping down a windpipe that sets me aside from my insides. Forget the picture, perfectly.
Oh, I hope you guys liked my idea.
Heck yeah. How about that? And by the way, Christian Carranza doing a double favor for us,
my gosh.
getting in on those drums and filming Rue for all of these shots that you're seeing. So,
Oh yeah, and a little bit extra that you guys will be able to see later in the future.
Mhm.
But
He's a boy.
yes,
He's a boy.
he's amazing. And we love him. And yeah, he did an amazing job writing the part for this song, Famous People. So yeah, we
Yeah.
like it a lot.
What a man. We stand Christian.
We stand Christian like full to the max.
I think everybody does. I
Christians
cannot
stand.
imagine anybody disliking that man.
Well, I know some specific people have to because they're like nicknamed Christian. So
Oh,
you know,
fair, fair. Yeah.
you know who you are.
You know. Cool.
But yeah.
And then what do we got next?
The next song on our list is I Want to Tell You.
Yes.
Now, y'all are probably already familiar with this one if you're on this stream, but it's on the album,
Yeah.
so we're going to talk about it, and we made a video for it.
Yeah. And we haven't. I mean, have we ever really explained kind of what it's about? Any of that?
I mean, it's. I'm not gonna double up my it's this time. I'm not gonna do it. Anyways, well, it's very plainly I want to tell you really what it's about. But no, I'm kidding. It really it hits that internal struggle of not being able to voice your feelings. And they could be any feelings, really. And it's just, it's like, it's sad enough, if you heard it, that I want to tell you, you know, even if you don't necessarily think that your feelings or emotions are going to be received in the same way that you think they are, or in the, you know, in any good way, you know. It's just
It's like, even though I've given up on this situation, I'm still going to say something about it because it's just that much.
right.
Because
It just means that much to you, you know, and it's just, I want to tell you this thing, and even if I can't, I want to, and I feel like that should be known. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that whole bridge section because I feel like it details that build up, like that emotional build up, because it starts quieter and it slowly adds layers and slowly adds harmonic content until just it's this wall of sound.
Yeah, and it's definitely the building tension of just I don't want to deal with this anymore. I want to get out of this situation, but can't really ever do that, can you?
And this actually was one of the songs that Rue auditioned with, kind of like when we were first getting him to see, you know, what he was like as a drummer. And I really remember having so much fun with this song with you.
Oh yeah.
It was super fun. So this
Surprise!
Yeah. In this song in particular, like, did you find any like specific part of the song that you felt was particularly groovy? Because I groove to this song all the time, and there's a few things that like I would always look at our drummer on stage and like do it, and I've been trying to do it with you, so we'll work them out in the shed more. But
no, I just love that chorus part.
yeah, super catchy. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think everything else, it's pretty easy to lock in with that
For sure.
chorus part. I like,
Yeah.
not necessarily just for drumming. I just like that part of the song the most. I think drumming wise, it's well, it serves the song.
Yeah.
It's is what it is.
Yeah, it's super, like, the drums are just like kind of the foundation of this whole song, and then Jack and I are dancing around the rhythm throughout the whole bridge.
Yeah, I love that bridge so much. It's one of my favorite songs to perform. It was one of my favorite songs to write with you guys. Just because it's interesting and it goes that fun direction, that almost that rushy experimental direction without losing the groove.
Yeah, exactly.
And definitely, I would say live, this song has such an experience to have, because you're sitting there on stage or in the crowds and you're watching this be performed, and then in the bridge you see John and Jack switch places, and you're like, what the heck's going on right now?
There's a musical reason for it.
And there's a musical reason for it. Yeah, so it all makes sense, and it's really cool live.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Ready to play? I want to tell you, this is temporary.
Because I felt like you had so many chances to ask me, and that's how I know you're probably being honest about your no feelings toward me. No feelings toward me. I really wish I could start swallowing my pride, but you make me feel so safe inside. I really wish I could start being myself, but you make me feel like someone else. I think I'm ready to wake up now. I think I'm ready to wake up now.
Does John have a stick?
Oh yeah!
Woo!
That one always gives me good vibes. I swear.
I love I Want to Tell You. That's such a fun song.
It
That's
is.
a
I'm like,
party.
yeah.
It's a party song. Yeah.
I'm like,
For
if
sure.
you wanna hear a fun song, listen to I Want to Tell You.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love that song.
So the one that we have next is total different vibes,
Total different vibes.
and you guys have heard this one too. This is T Stockholm Syndrome,
Yes.
and we are actually, I don't know if you can tell by the thing sitting in my lap, but we are actually going to play this one live on stream for you.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. I think part of it is we figured the video would be kind of boring with just the two of us
Right.
back and forth shots.
Just like,
Like, you know, why not just like two of you, like one of you in an acoustic guitar in a black room, and then another one just sitting on the ground in
Yeah,
a black
exactly.
room, just singing a sweet
I
song.
know. I'm like, there's nothing interesting you can even do for like outfits or anything. I mean, well, you could probably do.
I was like, I beg to
Probably some
defer.
stuff.
I'm like, you can do some cool stuff with that. But yeah, no, it wouldn't be a very interesting video to watch us just sitting in our really cool outfits on the floor. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And this song in particular really like tugged at my heart every time Sadie would sing the melody over my chords, because it was like, was this another one that we were like rewriting?
Well, yes. So we had a first draft of this song, which was actually a lot more wordy, and it didn't make a lot of sense actually because it was very specific on what it was talking about. I started singing, like, I had this, like, other recording of this vamp that was only, like, 2 minutes, and I started singing that, and Jack was like, why isn't that the song? That was awesome. And I was like, okay. So I wrote that. And then John threw some awesome chords on it and some instruments.
See, I can't even remember what you did before anymore.
I'm pretty sure I deleted the voice
Yeah.
take because it was not good. But this song is actually specifically, if we want to get into specific this is about an ex of mine who was he was really overbearing and just not I don't like to recall it too much. But they're really overbearing and just smothering with how they acted and worded their feelings. One of the things that they asked me was, "Do you hate me?" And I was so taken aback by that, and I was like,
That's not a thing you
I
ask.
was like, why would
I'm like,
you
a
ask
good
that?
relationship shouldn't involve that question.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Why would you
Okay.
ever ask something like that? Like, why would that pop into your head? So
Are you recalling some bad memories too, Rue? The nod. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Did you ever ask that in a relationship?
Didn't care enough.
No.
Oh.
Just wanted to
No,
move on.
I'm joking.
Right.
No, I'm the perfect partner.
Like, I'm
Definitely
just so
just
great. I've never had to worry.
Pure partner material over
No.
here. Rue.
We're good.
But yeah.
Yeah, TSS is definitely one of those. It's so, I love it being so different from everything else, because I felt like with Tremble, for instance, the ballads kind of flowed really nicely into the rest of the tracks, and I do appreciate them for that. Wind, like, going right into Missing Out, like the energy level just carries so well, and Fire's a really nice conclusion. TSS sticks out to me as so, I mean, the album itself is more somber and darker, and so this one has adjusted for that too. So this ballad is super somber, super dissonant too.
Yeah.
I was like knee deep in music theory stuff,
Yeah,
and so I was
and-
like seventh chords.
Yeah, and very simple. It's definitely the simplest song on this album, and the simplest song we've probably ever done.
Yeah, doesn't even have a bridge,
Doesn't even have a bridge.
and we like our bridges.
We
do.
really do like our bridges.
We thought we'd never end that bridge.
Yes, you
and,
do.
Yeah.
Who knows firsthand how much we love our bridges.
And I always walk in and say, "Can this bridge be
Shorter.
Only recently?" But then I actually
like,
grew to
yeah.
appreciate it.
No, it's good to have the balance though. I totally feel that.
I appreciate your input as well.
Yeah.
Not for this song though. I never.
No, for sure. I don't think
dare
it needs
you
it.
put or suggest to not have a bridge in this song? How
Yeah.
dare you?
Yeah, it's funny that you said the last version of T was so like all over the place and like kind of I guess sporadic would be how you described it. And this
didn't make
this
sense.
version is so like it's not.
So not.
It's so not. It's
Yeah.
so like you're on the same topic and it's so heartfelt.
Yeah.
Freaking love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to just get to it? Play
I
this
should
one?
just get
We
to
do
it.
have a card.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh
We
wow!
have
You
a
get to
card.
something you can do better.
Do it.
So this is T, Stockholm Syndrome.
I almost yearned for your face again.
Not them. I don't hate them.
That's not in the song, but. I felt stupid for loving you because I told you we were through. And all the pieces are scattered now. It never fit the puzzle anyhow. You asked me if I hate you. Ooh. I said, how could you? I hate you. You asked me if I hate you. I told you I do. I hate you. I almost yearned for your face again. I forgot to preface that with we were broken up
It's
Yeah.
when this happened.
We were on a break.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ross. Oh man.
Absolutely. That song. I even when we're in, like, I love how we all just nodded together and swayed together. It's so natural.
I love that Ruth smothered Jack with a pillow.
Yes.
That's good.
yep.
Yeah.
It's
So he lets me know he hates me.
on a daily basis.
Alright, so what's the next one we got going on here?
Next one up is I'm Blue.
Woo!
That's me every
I
day.
don't remember. Oh, we did do a quarantine session on this.
We did.
but
Number
we-
6.
Yes, but we haven't presented it past.
Of course you
that.
remember this one.
This is one of my favorite songs that we've written.
Mm.
It just,
Yes.
and it's not for like, because we have The Boy Who Cried, trigger warning,
Mhm.
and we have Famous People, and then we have Cat in the Window, and then the song you haven't heard yet, This Is Temporary. Those are all definitely top in my list for like catchy and really, really big, and like I have a lot of story to them. But like I'm Blue, just hits a groove.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this song so vividly. I remember when we were writing all of the songs for this album, I'm Blue was the one that I always could remember the whole thing.
Yeah. And what's funny is it's so it's probably partially because the chord progression doesn't really repeat in the chorus, for instance. Like it changes throughout. It's going through like all these chord changes that like are so, they're all within key.
This is the one that's backwards, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that?
I do want to talk about that. So this one is backwards, like they said. The chorus is first, and then it's the verse, and it goes like that. But the lyrics are the verses first. So the structure of the song is very basic if you're looking at just the lyrics, but the actual instrumentation, I almost said musical part, the instrumentation is flipped, so it's actually chorus verse.
When you think you're hearing a chorus, it's a verse.
Yes.
And you can check that with the lyrics.
Yes, the lyrics change for the choruses, and then they stay the same for the verses. So, you know.
Yeah.
And you gotta use air quotes whenever you're talking about the whole thing.
Exactly.
If you say verse or chorus, you have to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I never know how to bring it up.
Exactly.
It's like that part. Yeah.
Right, well, everyone's always like, alright, take it from the chorus, and I'm like, which chorus? But, yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say for the story for I'm Blue?
The story for I'm Blue is we're going back to angry. So we've been sad, we've been solemn, we've been like you know kind of passive, and now we're back to angry. So I'm Blue is it's like a slap in the face to that person who thinks that they don't have anything to worry about when really they they've got a bunch of stuff to worry about. They're just not working on any of them. And it's like, bro, wake up! You live in a world of a million problems.
Yeah.
But you just keep walking. Like, what the heck's going on, bro? So
It's another one where it's like, oh, you know, you're thinking about like all the stuff in the future that they're not thinking about.
Right.
That's so cool. I never noticed that connection.
There's definitely a parallel to Lies by Omission. It's definitely like a wake up. These are things that are happening.
Grab a brush, probably.
Put on a little makeup. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to give a special shout out to the drummer behind this, the illustrious, lovely Daniel Sherman.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Number 2 song.
It's his second song of the album. So super cool drums on this one too. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
We're very excited to share this one with Thre3 when we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd you feel about it?
No, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
He's like, yeah, it sucked. No.
Yeah. This is one that I would always want to pull out too. This was the one where I was like, hey guys,
really?
you wanna play a song? You wanna play on Blue?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that do you suggest
That's
this every
absolutely
time we go to practice?
single freaking time. and it's funny because they have a running joke about it's like the first song or one of the first songs I play when I pick up a guitar.
Yeah.
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 So
It's like, what does John want to play today? We know what John wants to play today.
We know what he wants to play. Actually, originally, the thought behind this is I was going to make it from Jack's perspective, which is why it was called I'm Blue. But I didn't realize... I didn't do as much research as I thought. But I think he does echo a lot of the same ideals that are in this song. So it is still kind of a little bit about him. But
So go ahead and give it a listen, and when we see you on our next stream or anytime in the chat, we can go into detail on what that means.
yeah.
So is it time?
I think it's time.
Because this is I'm Blue.
I'd like to think if I left you a cryptic message that you might answer the phone. If I told you, where would you make sure I wasn't alone? But nothing means more to you than I do. Everything is better. It's better if your world has no blue.
electric. Woo!
I'm blue.
Frick yeah.
Actually, I'm purple.
Everybody says when I tell them that song's name I'm Blue, they go abadi abadi, and I'm like, you will not be thinking that
I know,
when
I'm
this
like-
comes out.
I'm like,
That's
eventually.
what I thought initially, but I was wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah. He signed up for the wrong band. He thought he was totally gonna be in.
It's like,
with
oh,
that.
this isn't Eiffel 65.
I thought we were going to Europe to play the clubs.
We tricked you.
Surprise.
Betrayal!
This is not my
Betrayal
song.
again! Now the drummer gets betrayed.
Listen enough Eurodance in middle school. I don't need any more. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Seriously,
Yeah.
though.
All right, this next song that we have for you guys is one that's very near and dear to my heart, in particular. This is called Mirror Mirror. Yeah. This song is one that I actually had as a solo project, like
So
an
baby
instrumental,
child.
a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
You made baby like noises.
I said it's your baby child.
And then I totally got Mirror Mirror. Mirror Mirror is one where like I think I wrote the verses and you wrote the choruses and the post-chorus.
Yes, the post-chorus, which every producer hates for us saying that.
Brad,
And by
Brad was
every
like, that doesn't
producer, I mean
exist.
Brad.
Like, it's not a post-chorus.
He's like, that doesn't make any sense. I've been just calling it the chorus, and then it's the verse and the pre-chorus, and I'm like, it's a post-chorus. It's a post-chorus.
Yeah, well, we it's technically just the end of the chorus, and
Yeah.
what we're talking about, like the end of the verse, is actually the pre-chorus.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Mirror Mirror was I'll jump straight into the meaning because Mirror Mirror.
There you go.
Yeah, Mirror Mirror is about being a friend of somebody who has this might be slightly trigger warning.
There's a lot of
definitely
darkness
trigger warning
here.
on
Yeah,
this
there's a
one.
lot of
Yeah.
darkness, but being friend of somebody who has some sort of body dysmorphia, kind of, and it's basically trying to help them and being there for them and being there as much as you can, but not feeling like you're really doing enough to help. And they tell you, they might even tell you that you're helping, even just your presence is helping, and you just don't feel like you're helping.
Yeah.
So this song in particular is really close to me. So
Yeah, this song definitely it's been special in my heart since I first heard it as an instrumental. Because I do recall when I listened to it, you showed me this song. It was like an instrumental on your SoundCloud. It wasn't all the way developed yet. A lot of the song is still pretty similar, but I mean, like the drums are of course very different now.
yeah.
Yes,
Well,
very different
well
now,
done.
and there are lyrics at all. And I do remember very distinctly when I heard the instrumental the first time, hearing the hook in the chorus. There's a line. I mean, you'll know what we're talking about, but it's don't look in the mirror. And when you hear it, it clicks.
Yeah.
For me, it sounds like it started out almost like a Radiohead style beat or rhythm. I mean, the core beat that Jack introduced that I worked with maybe for the solo sections and try to craft the chorus parts. But the core beat sounds very Radiohead to me.
Okay.
Sounds a bit like Idiotech if you ever listen to Radiohead, but then it goes into kind of a Killer's style chorus, I feel.
Yeah. We need more synth.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, maybe that's something for live shows, but
Jealousy.
yeah, it could be. It could be, but challenging solo parts to remember because each part's kind of different, at least for drums anyway.
Yeah. I love, you do ghost notes on the snare, like really light notes, and they fill out the sound of the verse so nicely. It gives it this really nice atmospheric undertone.
Yeah, but that's Radiohead kind of.
You leaned into that. That's
totally
great.
Yeah. I'm glad I love Radiohead. You know, it sounds like something his drummer would play. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of inspirations, we actually did an interview with Rue before where he talks more in depth about this song and then the other song he did. This is Temporary. If you want to go look at the inspirations that he had for that one, that is on our YouTube page. But a little off topic.
And while we do still have some time to talk about Mirror Mirror before we show it, I do see there is some concern in the chat about being a little scared to listen to it. But I would say, just grab some tissues, but you're going to be okay.
Yeah, I would say there's nothing explicitly said in there.
Yeah. It's building a scene a lot of the time, like a dark night and kind of, and being with the person. It's not anything explicit. Yeah, like you said.
It's definitely a story, but it's not like this thing happened and this led to this. Like it doesn't like lay it out like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very good. Good job, Joe.
Just lean into it, enjoy it.
Yeah.
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 I hope you do.
I hope you cry.
Me too.
So without further ado,
Gosh.
this is Mirror Mirror.
The smell runs through the house again. It's barely even 10:30, and only shadows cross our minds. I'd speak up if I had the spine. The silence here is eloquent. Just take me through the time you spent in the hell you'd like to call your home. It's harder to get by, you know. I really want to help you, Em. I know that you've been losing friends. They never saw those painful lines. Just winter sweaters in mid-July. You can't see all the damage it does, and I haven't got a place at all. But don't look in the mirror. Don't look in the mirror. It feels like the end and it's out of hand. Just please understand. Don't look in the mirror. Doubt is in the mirror. Fall face first. See your worth. Nonsense birth. Don't get hurt. If everybody's sad, I hate you. Don't you think that they know better? Don't you think that they know better? If anybody's sad, I hate you. Don't you think that they know better? Don't you think they know you better? Your room looks cold and desolate. Can barely hold this elephant. But even though we're here again,
Y'all catch that eye roll in the beginning?
I
was
know.
like, they don't know you.
They don't know you better.
That's one of my favorite songs on this album, simply because of the story of it. Like, the whole song has you thinking that it's saying one thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's saying, yeah, listen to what other people say about you, because it matters at all. And then the end of the song is like, except it doesn't.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
God. That song, yeah, it hits me. It hits me every time.
Hits me hard. I definitely when I got the lyrics for that, when John sent me the verse lyrics, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Mirror Mirror because we got some time. I was just shook by it because, I mean, without revealing too much, I've been the person that he was talking about in the song, it really does feel like that, and honestly, like, whatever helps. It does help.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you're doing it. You're making a difference. I know it doesn't feel like it, but yeah.
you gotta remember, no one said I hate you.
No one said I hate you. Right. You just told yourself that, and that's facts.
Having somebody who's gone through the other side of that collaborate on the lyrics for this, it really does mean a lot.
Yeah.
Tell you what, guys, I think, I hope that if you're up to it, you should publish those lyrics. Anyway, because, like I was saying, I feel like these guys write in such a storytelling format that you almost don't actually need the music to hear the story, really. So I hope that, people actually read those lyrics, because it's interesting enough just to read them. Yeah.
I always love the poetry that Sadie writes, and so I try my darndest to make something that's at least comparable.
No, I definitely I like what you write. I like all the words you use. You use big words.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I like big
Good
words.
storytelling.
I keep a thesaurus next to me at all times.
You're like, ooh, what's a different synonym I can use for that? Oh man.
Exactly.
I
How
love
else
that.
can I pontificate?
Nice. The next song we're going to be listening to, I'll move right into it, is Cat in the Window.
Yes.
So you guys have heard this song before
Mhm.
if you have been joining us for a while. If you haven't, this is the new song. We actually released it as a single earlier this year. This year? Yeah, this year.
Yes.
I was like, is it this year? No, it was last year.
Was it? Oh, was it
Yeah,
like
it
Halloween?
was.
Right. It was gonna be Halloween, then it was Friday the 13th.
It was Friday the 13th. Yes.
Mhm.
I was
Right.
like, it wasn't this year. Sorry. Sorry about that. I know when we release our music, you guys. So we released it last year, Friday the 13th. That was in September. And it was like, I was so stoked to finally get this song out. It's because
Yes.
this song and Misére we had been holding on to for at least a year, and we were like, we have to drop a song.
Yeah.
At least one of these. So yeah.
The really somber, kind of negative 6/8 songs.
Well, absolutely. I'm like, you want some angst? We got your angst.
Exactly.
A very special shout out to Cameron Joe Boyd, who actually features in this
Yes.
song. 10 out of 10. He does some really sick growling at the end.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I love it every time. Eddie Vedder channeled.
And James Hetfield.
Yeah, I was
James
gonna say,
Hetfield,
definitely
sorry.
I hear the James Hetfield. Eddie Vedder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a little Eddie. It was James Hetfield I meant to say. Honestly.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No offense, Eddie, but he was a little too pronunciation on too much.
Yeah, because Cameron pronounced the syllables a little too
Right,
much.
you know?
Cat in the window. Yeah.
No, exactly.
Cat in the window. Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cat is one of those where it's like this. I think I brought the chorus and verse lyrics, right?
Yeah,
And
this
then-
is another one that you brought.
Yes, this was a collaboration, and then you wrote the bridge to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I love those bridge and there's a whole nother element because you added not only all the harmonies, but you also added all the repeats.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I never think about. Like I whenever I'm writing lyrics, I'll think of like, okay, when you're at the chorus, write a similar or the same thing, twice. But I never think of doing repeats and doubles on lines and callbacks. And
Yeah.
it's just so cool how much it adds to it.
And I'd been sitting on that bridge for a while, and I was like, I want to add this somewhere, and it was the perfect song to do that, and that happened excuse me. That happened with Missing Out as well, except
Yeah.
it was the entire song. I was like, oh my god, I have perfect lyrics for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was one of those really cool matchy moments.
Yeah. That's how we knew we were in sync as a band, I think. When
Oh,
we were
yeah.
writing things separately, and we were like, we come together and we're like, wait, I wrote the part to that last night.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
So some of our best songs. I mean, Missing Out was a similar way.
yes, Missing Out, Cat. There are a few others that I know that we had like bits and pieces of the things for, and then we threw them in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of times I'll sit on riffs, and then whenever Sadie has an idea, I'll like throw them out and just be like, does it work on this?
Like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
I've been wanting to sing about potatoes. Do you have a riff for potatoes?
No,
Oh, I got you.
straight
Yeah.
No, but
Whatever.
Home
I like
Depot
that. Let's write a potato song.
that is a potato song.
But I did want to talk about a little bit what
Yes.
it was about.
Yes.
It's about, and again, I've said this before, and I want to say it again. What if our song means something to you that isn't what it explicitly means? Then that's what it means to you.
First
Yes.
of all, please share.
Yes, please
Yeah.
share, first of all.
No.
But
Yeah,
secondly,
exactly.
if it means something to you and it impacts you in a deeper, more relevant way, and you can enjoy it more that way, then that's what it means to you, and that's really all we can hope for.
Yeah, that's the way music's helped me, and that's why I write.
Mhm.
I want people to be able to take away from this things that are useful to them, and if it's a different context that you're interpreting it in that helps you more,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah,
please
absolutely.
take that, because our art is supposed to be abstract in that sense, to a degree where you can apply it to many different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
We're trying to
even if
convey
we intend
stories
something.
and emotion. We're not trying to tell you what your story is.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess I should say what cat means to me is it's actually it's written like a relationship, but it's at least in the bridge it's more explicitly written like a relationship, but it's not a relationship with a person. It's my relationship with happiness and the or like childlike wonder almost, just like hopes and dreams of what you have when you're, you know, growing up and everything, and you think it's gonna last forever, and then suddenly you look over your shoulder and you're not there. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Cat. Yeah, that was one of those where I absolutely loved how you drew from the feeling and the theming from the verse lyrics and the chorus lyrics, because those lyrics are about kind of the feeling like you're never going to achieve that happiness, because it's kind of like the grass is always greener on the other side, like you want to escape your situation, but then you have this internal counter thought where you know you're the reason, you're most of the reason why things aren't going well, so just when you get there you're going to kill the grass anyways.
Yes.
So it's really, I love the way that you personified the relationship within that.
Thank you.
So, and the cat in the window was literally, I was just fixated by the idea of a cat staring out a window wanting to be in the wild
I love that.
and wanting to get out. But then it was like a house cat that doesn't know how to survive in the wild.
No,
Right.
absolutely.
It's like I want to go out and live the life of enjoyment that I see other people living, but I wouldn't even know if I would know how to do that if I got
Right.
out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wouldn't
even know.
I definitely think every time I picture this song in my brain, I imagine like a castle and like big like courtyard grounds and just like pillars everywhere, almost in ruins. So like it's abandoned, but it's not torn down yet. It's just like barren and very vacant, and there's like definitely ghost haunting the halls. Like that's what I think of every time I hear this song.
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy that you bring that up, because that kind of brick building kind of imagery
Brick,
is
definitely.
and stone is why I added the line about ivy
Yeah.
reaching up the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear that all
Wants
the
my
way.
windpipe.
Yes, it
Yep.
wants your windpipe. My windpipe. Our
They all
windpipes.
just want to hide behind our insight.
Yes.
So I think without further ado,
Ado.
Ado,
Ado.
excuse me.
Sorry.
This is Cat in the Window.
I'm staring outside, emptiness is slowly staring outside. Emptiness is slowly creeping up into my life, but I'll watch the sun hide behind everything. Horizons just kind of untangle me, but they'll never see me cry. I know the light was always blinding, but running for the hills is always better than unwinding this castle of loneliness is all I can remember. I'm planning my escape in mid-December. I come back to that window in the dead of night. There's a light that likes to flicker barely out of sight. The shadows in the courtyard seem to come alive, and they're waiting for the day my fears and heart collide. I'm clawing to get out, like God, you'll never know, but I'm broken down. They all just make me feel alone. I'm not the one they'll ever come to truly know, so I'll sneak out, though God is probably freezing cold. Whoa. Do I carry it right? The person in the mirror just wants to run and hide. Well, I'm dying in the silence of every single error I've ever told in confidence, until I'm out of fight. I'll try looking for a hand to hold, but summer's getting older and I never got the time to grow. Ivy's reaching up the wall and wants my windpipe. They all just like to hide behind their inside. It was March 18th. We had a big fight. You left in a huff, woke up in the middle of the night. Think it was all a dream, but I looked over my shoulder and you weren't there. And for the first time in my life, I was cold without you there. Old, just a moment there. I thought we were for life, my dear. That's what you told me every year. Holding my hand so tight, thinking our future's bright. But I never felt abandonment quite like that night, that lonely bite.
Woo! Yeah. I get such vibes from that song. I get such like somber, like I sink into that song so much, and
I
just
can listen to that song
I get
on repeat
enveloped in it.
for days.
Yes.
Yeah.
And fun fact, by the way, in our New Year's Eve show, we almost forgot about this, and our manager reminded us. In our New Year's Eve show, Daniel Sherman was playing the drums, and he did the scream that you hear in the background, and he blacked out for a second. Like, he was standing up to yell into the mic, and he, like...
Like, he was still playing, but he doesn't remember, like, the rest of that song.
It was really funny because after the show we were talking. He was like, "Yeah, I straight up blacked out at the end of that song." We're like, "Oh, okay."
Shout out to the drums though. That's Dallas DeCario on those drums. So,
Yeah.
Sick drums.
Oh, for sure.
Really sick drums.
I do like it's so I'm so attached to those drums as well, like just being so constant, like it's this
It's just so heavy.
my guitar part is like written for those drums very
so
specifically.
Good. It's definitely like I lean into that song again. Like I listen to that on repeat, cry. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, you might have noticed that the sound is a little different, and
I was so happy to get the opportunity to remaster that.
yeah, it sounds epic and like just
Yeah.
blasting. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Best.
Super
I'm so
good.
stoked. I'm so
Yeah.
stoked.
Dang it, I can't remember. Oh yeah, we were talking about like writing the drum parts like that. That's between that one and I Want to Tell You, when Dallas was still with us, those songs we spent entire weeks shopping those drums.
I remember
Yeah.
because I was bored out of my mind.
Poor singer off in the corner.
No, dude, they were just like doing the drums, and I was like, "Sounds good, you guys." And they were like, "No, I hate it. Let's do something else." I'm like, "Okay,
Right.
sounds good."
Yeah. And not to give the wrong impression, it's not like Dallas couldn't write that himself.
No,
It's actually like he came to us and was like, "So this needs more. Let's keep working on it."
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely workshopped. No, yeah, that.
Yeah. Dude, I especially that song. Like, it was did this song come first before Misére, or was Misére first? I think
Misére
Misére was written first.
Yeah.
Misére was like written after we released the album.
So I don't know how you guys' memory is on this, but I remember writing Misére right after we wrote For Now.
Yeah.
You know what? That rings a bell.
Yeah, we were writing For Now, and then the next week I was like, "Guys, I want to try something heavy."
We were in the garage still.
Yeah, exactly. We were practicing it. We were literally a garage band at that point still.
I had just officially joined the band the day after you guys had figured out For Now, because I helped you guys with the Hey Yas.
Yes.
And then we did the chorus for there, and then we were done, and then we moved on to Misére. Yeah, so that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in that little limbo space.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Definitely one of the... Sorry, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, definitely one of the easiest solos to lose myself in. Like, I get lost in that
Cat in the
solo all the time.
Cat in the Window, by the way, not Misére.
Cat in the Window, yes.
Yeah,
Cat in the Window.
I was like, should clarify, because we were
Yeah.
just talking about Misére. But yes, yes.
That's something I really like about this whole album is I find that a lot. Like in Tremble, I feel like it had a really important story that we wanted to tell, but this album is very much... They're all their own stories that come together in such a beautiful way, and I find myself getting lost in these songs much more than I ever did with anything else. Well, except for maybe Missing Out and Thought You'd Never Ask.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Such a good song.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And I mean, come on, you can't leave out Habit or Tyna.
Yeah.
Honestly, that album.
Dude, Tyna. Yeah.
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 Good
Well,
times. Good
last but not least, we have This Is Temporary.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is the other song. Mirror Mirror was the first one, but this is the other song that Rue actually wrote the drums for.
Yeah, we gave you a title track, and it's awesome. I love this song so
the
much.
title track.
And yes.
No, I'm super proud of this one.
We're super proud of you.
To be honest, the sound of it. This is acoustic, recording, and
Yeah, the whole drum set, like the whole acoustic drum set. It's so cool.
same with Mirror Mirror, and I'm proud of that it's acoustic in the moment, and I'm happy with these drums, especially the sound that was mixed, and it's definitely taught me to choose a deeper snare drum. I need a deeper snare drum.
Yeah.
I normally tune my drums quite high, quite poppy in that snare, but now I need to invest in some other gear. But
for this song, I feel like it worked actually really well.
It did work, yeah, it did work, and I'm glad with the cymbals I chose and Zildjian A custom and using my DW snare, but I think I need to go a bit deeper with that.
Y'all writing this down?
Make a shopping list for Guitar
Yeah.
Center. We're gonna make an Amazon list for you.
Yeah, hell yeah. And just the groove, I love the song for it, and playing with you guys, and I think it opens up a new sound from what I've heard coming in. Definitely trying to fill up gaps, give it that big all-encompassing feeling, which I think the cymbal choice and drum choice does. So
Absolutely.
You really, I will say, you really made this song shine.
I mean, really, it had a good groove to it before, but you added some technicality to this piece that was just
amazing.
Beautiful.
And
Sick.
and personally, I want to say, like, almost always when I have a guitar part that I bring to the band, there's a piece of it that I miss, like having like this feeling in my head of what the guitar part might sound like with everything, and then we all collaborate and we all take it our own direction, and it almost always ends up being better. But the thing in my head, I sometimes miss it. I almost always really miss it. This is like one of the main songs where I never had that. Everything in this, everything I could have imagined was like squashed. Like, this was amazing.
I absolutely agree with that, because I think we've talked about this before, like how we kind of write music is we kind of hear what we think the whole song should sound like. But then, like, when I heard something different here, it wasn't, I was like, oh, but I imagined it this way. It was like, oh no, this is way better. No,
This, you guys were talking about how you see images with certain songs. For me, now listening back to it, this whole song feels like a Rocky montage. It builds up to a big fight or something. It has this sort of this whole preparation feel to it, almost like people buckling up, like about to take off in a rocket. Like doing last minute checks and then it launches. So that's how I don't know. I feel about it.
Freaking power,
Yeah, it launches.
Love this song. It definitely, when John brought the guitar part to this, I wrote in my notes in my phone somewhere. It says, "I love that bridge, so dark." So this is the other dark song. This was number 2.
Misére in this one. Yes.
Misére in this one, yeah. And I want to talk a little bit about what the song is about. It's a crisis of faith.
Yes.
Take that as you will. In any sort of mannerism, I use a lot of figurative speech in it.
There's so much happening.
There's so much happening, and you can pick up lots of different things. You can take it several different ways. Again, we love to do that. But yes, there's so many different meanings, so much figurative language. So
well, that kind of goes with the title of the song too. It's like it's all these things that are temporary. I mean, these are all these considerations that they're very important things in the moment.
Right.
But then you come out of it and you're like, oh well, I'm glad that's over. I figured that out now.
Right, you figured that out, whatever that outcome tends to be. It's very open-ended.
Or you gotta consider it, like, even if you never do figure it out.
Right.
It's just a time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's temporary.
Yeah, exactly. And especially as artists, I feel like we all individually think very deeply, and we all encounter these questions of having crises of faith and things like that from different angles, from completely different angles in our own experience. And so I remember, like, trying to write lyrics on the topic, and I failed. I had like 2 or 3 drafts in one night. Like, I kept scrapping them and going over, and so I just was like, Sadie's better at this than I am.
He literally he came up to the with the guitar part, and I was like, all right, what do you want this to be? And he knew exactly what he wanted it to be about, but he was like, I'm stumped, and I'm like, I got you.
Well, hopefully this will get you in the mood to work out. Okay.
Yes, I work out. I already work out to the song.
Yeah, it's a workout song for me anyway. That's what I thought. Like, this feels like a scene of preparation. This feels like a Rocky montage. People buckling up, ready to launch. So
Yeah, I would listen to this before going on a mission.
Yes.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Or in the mission, I'd have my iPod.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
You're just listening to it. You're shooting demons and Doom.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to the song
shotgun.
playing Doom.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Who needs E1M1 when you have this as temporary?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the title track. This is temporary.
This is temporary.
Forgive me, God. see, I do not get it. I can't just be blind. Cynically, I climb to observe thee, but no one's here. What gives? My mind is reeling. How you say feeling makes you feel better. How is this believing? It doesn't make it. Give me evidence so I can make sense of it. I can't make sense of it. Help me make sense of it all.
Thank you so much every time I hear that song. It was so fire.
Ah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so much. Also, I wanted to clarify that was both Jack and I screaming.
Yes, it's so good.
So yes, sad scream.
I really love incorporating screams into our music because
Yeah.
we're not like we're not traditionally like the kind of music that you would expect that in, but which is what I think makes it the more impactful.
And we've snuck some in too.
We
Oh, yeah.
totally have. There
Yeah.
are screams where you don't even think about. Was there one? I can't remember if there was one in Boy Crime.
Yes, there
Yes,
is.
there is. Okay, I was like, did I do that?
There's a scream. Yeah, look for it. I'm not gonna tell you where it is. Look for it.
Yeah, go find them
Um,
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, seriously, dissect these songs because they're coming out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right? Less than 5.
Less
3.
than 5. 3 minutes.
Freaking jeez.
Guys, I'm so stoked right now. You're gonna be able to
Yes.
listen to this everywhere. Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Music, Spotify.
Can I just and Spotify?
Oh, and also
Spotify?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about Spotify, you
Yeah.
guys.
Did you
There's-
know?
There's one I'm forgetting. What is it on?
Dude, I wouldn't know. Those are the platforms I would have said.
Is it on Spotify though?
You're right.
Oh,
Yes, it's on
yeah,
Spotify.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay, good.
We gotta get him in the loop, sorry.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. This has been so many, like 2 years of work.
Yeah, this album, I mean, some of these songs have been in the works for almost the entirety of how long we've been a band.
Yeah.
Actually,
This is really the culmination of the sound.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And I was very happy, and we're super grateful for all the drummers who came together on this.
Absolutely.
And for Ruud for coming on and joining the show.
Coming on board. Welcome to the ship.
Yeah,
You will
man.
spend an eternity on this ship.
Bill Turner.
Rudy
So.
Turner.
Strap Bill.
Absolutely.
Actually.
Yeah. I really hope. I mean, I will tell you one thing. This album will not be temporary on my playlist.
Oh no. This is gonna stay forever.
So I know it's called This
This
is
is-
Temporary, but it's gonna be on my rotation forever.
Forever.
Next album coming out, this is permanent.
This is permanent. Oh gosh.
Oh man. I'm like,
Taking
that's
back
not a bad
everything.
idea actually.
Yeah.
No, taking back everything. This is all permanent.
Ooh.
You're stuck like this listening to this album for the rest of your life.
We got
Um,
right about a minute left.
We've got a minute left.
Maybe
I'm
a
like,
little
A minute before you can listen to this in your car, on your
oh
wheel.
yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah.
A minute before you can do what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
for
do a
real.
countdown. Actually, let me.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
see here.
Absolutely.
Like,
Put it
share
on your
it,
playlist
countdown.
when it comes out. Share it with your friends, please. It really does help us out. Share just us. We're trying to get out there. We're trying to make more music for people and play more music for people.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much for all the support that you've given
Yes,
us.
thank you guys so much. You guys have stuck around. Those of you that have stuck around since we've been doing our Instagram live streams and live
Mhm.
fives, and those of you who have just joined, you know, we love all of you guys equally, and we love that you guys are here and supporting us in every way that you can. And yeah, we wouldn't be here without you guys. So
Yeah.
thanks.
Thank you. We love you.
We
I love you
absolutely love
guys.
you. I love you
I love
guys.
you so
Guys,
much.
it's so
Is
close.
that 8 seconds?
7,
Guys,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Temporary!
This is Temporary is live. You can get it on Spotify and Spotify and Spotify.
And and other things.
And
but
other
also
things.
Spotify.
But also Spotify. And don't forget
Which
about
one?
Spotify.
Yes, that one.
That
Spotify,
one.
I think.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Spotify.
so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been a joy. And I think that's our time, right?
I think, I think that's all we're doing for today.
That's all right.
Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you want to watch this later, feel free to. If you want your friends to watch it, force them to. Tie them down to a chair. I'm kidding, don't do that. But definitely send them out to everyone you know, everyone you love, everyone you don't love. To the people you hate, I hate you.
Yeah.
And there.
Yeah.
And just everyone.
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 Have a great, lovely, beautiful night or morning. For those of you who were here for for those of you on the East Coast who had the real midnight experience.
Real midnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Enjoy.
until then,
Enjoy.
thank you and good night.
What's the deal with these lights? Why do they get so bright? Tenacious on a set of flights that put you in straight for a